okay? Your imagination, here's a basic, simple truth from William Blake. Everything that now exists was once imagined. Okay? Everything that now exists was once imagined. Nikos Kazantzakis, who wrote Zorba the Greek and St. Francis and so many great books, said that when you passionately believe in what doesn't exist, you create it. So just look around you at everything that is, including yourself and the chairs you're sitting on in this hockey arena and all of that, and realize that in order for it to exist, it must have at least someplace been imagined. So it seems to me the logical corollary of that is, if you want to be able to create something that doesn't exist, you have to be able to imagine it. If you can't imagine it, you can't create it. It comes out of your imagination. Your imagination is much more than just that invisibleness within yourself that allows you to have thoughts. Your imagination is God, is spirit, is divine mind. And when you begin to contemplate, as I said in Excuses Be Gone, if you begin to contemplate like God contemplates, like the source energy of the universe contemplates, you gain the same power as the source. And that's not just from me. Again, that's from the Bible, and that's from Thomas Troward. So, here's what your imagination is poetically from William Blake. To see the world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wildflower, to hold eternity in the palm of your hand, and infinity in an hour, we are all led to believe a lie when we see with, not through the eye, which was born in a night to perish in a night, while the soul slept in beams of light. The soul. The spirit. That's where everything comes from. And it's your greatest gift. You've never been given a greater gift. And no one can tell you what to place in there unless you allow them to. No one can fulfill your dharma. My goal is to have 10 million people watch The Shift, the movie The Shift. When I made that movie, we got the best actors, the best directors, the best script, and really threw everything into the making of that film. It's a beautiful, beautiful film. I'm enormously proud of it. But if 10 million people, that represents pi between the United States and Canada, 3.1416 of a population, remember? Then all the rest will begin to align. It's called reaching a critical mass, or a phase transition in quantum physics. You hit it, and everything else aligns. We can make the shift. And the Dharma that I speak about in that film, that is part of the drama that's in there, that Dharma is something that is yours to place in your imagination. No one can take away any thoughts that you have. Your parents can tell you what to think, your grandparents, your culture, your religion, all of it can tell you what to think, but your imagination is yours. And you can place anything in there that you want. That's number one. Number two, when you put something into your imagination, you put it in there with an I am consciousness. I call this living from the end, not about the end. You are already there, and this is the hardest thing. This is the hardest concept. This is what I'm writing on right now. And it's like trying to get people to understand that saying I am well when I have a body that is sick is almost impossible for me to do, because I trust my senses, and my senses say I'm tired, I'm sick, I'm weak, I'm fearful. But in your imagination, you have to know that this is where creation takes place, within your imagination. This is where thoughts and concept get hardened into facts. And if you can't place it in your imagination, you can't create it. You know, the law of flotation was not discovered by the contemplation of the sinking of things. The law of flying, back in the, with Wilbur and Orville Wright, 100 and whatever it was, I think 1905 or whatever, they didn't go there, down to Kitty Hawk, imagining that we're not going to fly. The law of flying was not accomplished by the contemplation of the staying on the ground of things. Okay? And this is your ability now to place into your imagination an I am. I am leukemia free. I don't fear saying that. Okay? I don't care what the blood tests say. I don't care what anybody else says. I am well.